أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا أبي القاسم محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين واللعنة الدائمة على أعدائهم أجمعين من الآن إلى يوم الدين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. We are talking about Baqee. Every time just one single fact about Baqee. And as you know that when we talk about Baqee, it's not just one place. Baqee is symbol for all Islamic heritage sites around the world, not even just in Hijaz. But unfortunately in Hijaz, many Islamic historic sites have been destroyed. More than 90% of those important sacred places have been demolished and eradicated. Our demand is to rebuild and restore all those sacred sites. So our discussion for today was that why these sites were destroyed, while you know that all the nations around the world, all the countries, all the communities, all the civilizations, they tried to protect their history, to keep their history, so that their generations learn from the history and respect their ancestors. Islamic history is very important history that the impact of that history, you can see it on not just a place or a group of people, but on the humanity overall, on human history. The greatest impact of any event that you can feel and see in the history is the impact of Islamic movement started by and presented by Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So the history that belongs to this very important movement is important for all human beings. So the reason given by the people who destroyed this, and until now they give the same reason, is that it is haram and shirk to build any kind of building or shrine on any grave. It's a shirk. So this was a new ideology introduced by Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab. This never happened. So I want to introduce to you first who was Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab. A person who was born in 1703, and he died in Najd on 1792. He was a person who first started a movement of so-called Tawheed movement, so that he can introduce oneness of God. And last khutbah I gave the reference of scholars who said that actually he was trying to introduce a new religion with the new name, and then claim prophethood. But he saw that this is not possible in Islamic society to claim prophethood. So then he said, okay, let me do something that can change the whole religion, whole ideology, Islamic ideology, the entire teachings of Prophet Muhammad, change everything, but keep the same name, but emphasize on one thing, and it is Tawheed, oneness of God. It will attract people, it will attract Muslims, and also then I can do what I want to do without claiming to be a prophet. And he did. He was born in Uyayna, in Najd. And his father was a Hanafi Muslim, not just Muslim, he was a jurist, he was a faqih, an alim. And he himself refuted his son's ideology, and in the beginning when he started claiming these very weird ideas, so the people in Uyayna, they expelled him from there. Then he went to other place, and then he was expelled from there as well, because Muslims did not accept his ideas. He said, what are you talking about? What kind of Tawheed you are talking about? It's against Quran, it is against Ahadith, it is against Salaf, the people who are before us. It's against all ulama and scholars. So he was rejected by all people, because he was against any faqih. He said, faqih has no right to do anything. We should just go only Allah, only Allah. And this is a concept that is against the aql, logic, Quran, and teachings of Rasulullah and his seerat. We'll talk about it, every time, because we have very little time. Every time, only 4 or 5 minutes, we'll discuss one point. So today, only this, I think, enough. That who was he? He was born in Najd. The interesting thing that there is a hadith about Najd. Najd is a place in today's Saudi Arabia, and you know that Saudi Arabia by itself, the name Saudi Arabia, is against Islam, against Seerah of Rasulullah, against Deen, against Aql, and against humanity. That you name the whole country after a person's name. Whole country, the entire country now is Saudi. Why Saudi? Why not Hijaz? Its original name is Hijaz. And if you want to name it after someone, then it should be Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Call it the country of Muhammad, the country of Rasulullah. Why country of Saud? Who is Saud? So, inshallah, other discussions will come. So, Najd. Remember Najd, inshallah, next time I will read one hadith from Bukhari and other Sahih Sitta about Najd, what the Prophet has said about Najd. His eye-opening hadith. Salawat bar Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.